Hey guys, so today's look was inspired by this palette right here. It's the Naked 3 palette. I know most of y'all have heard of it, or most of y'all probably have it. And the reason this palette inspired me is because it's spring and I love these pinky toned colors. We're gonna get straight to the point here. If you want to learn how to get this look, then just go ahead and keep watching. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Master Prime by Maybelline and I'm going to apply a pea-sized drop all over my face. And what this does is it serves as a base and it really minimizes my pores. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Maybelline's Fit Me foundation in the shade Ivory, something I believe, I'll leave it in the description box below, and I'm going to apply a small amount on my hand. Excuse my Mickey Mouse tattoo, I was playing with my son earlier. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my Real Techniques buffing brush and just spread that out evenly across my face and buff it out. I love this brush. It really gets the job done. If you're looking for inexpensive brushes, I would recommend these Real Techniques brushes. They sell them at your nearest Ulta stores, and I believe you can order them online as well. The finish in this foundation is dewy, and I really love this finish right now because it leaves my face nice and glowy. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use the eyeshadow primer by Milani. And in order to set this and keep it from creasing, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Naked palette and use the color Strange. And I'm just applying this with a fluffy brush. So I'm going to go ahead and take NYX's Jumbo Pencil in the color Sparkle Nude, and what I'm going to do with this is use it as a base for my eyeshadows, and I'm just applying it all over my eyelid. I don't want to go past the crease because I'm not going to be using the shimmer color above my crease. Now I'm going to jump back into the palette and I'm going to use the shade Trick with a flat shader brush from e.l.f. and I'm applying it over the base. And I'll keep applying this color until I achieve the color that I want to get out of it. I really love these e.l.f. brushes. They are very inexpensive and they get the job done. So I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to go ahead and take the shade Nooner on my fluffing brush that I used to set my primer, and I'm just going to go in windshield wiper motions back and forth across my crease, and I'm building this up as I go. I don't want to be too harsh and heavy because I want the blending to be really nice and perfect. So I'm just blending. Excuse my mouth. I don't know why it's open or why I'm doing that, but yeah. So here I go, just blending. This takes a lot of blending, and if the color falls out, you can go ahead and reapply it. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into the color Strange and use that to highlight my brow area, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to get this shade Light. I'm not sure. I will leave the color in the description box below, and I'm just blending all of the colors together. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into concealer and my face. I'm taking Maybelline's Fit Me concealer in the shade 15 Fair, and I'm applying that on areas of my face that I want to highlight, and I'm just going to blend all of this together with my beauty blender. I'm sorry, I like to go 3 uses with my beauty blender and then wash it. That's why it's a little dirty, but at least you know that I'm using my makeup. So I'm just blending that all together, and I love this beauty blender. If you guys don't have one, I really recommend investing the $20 in it. I got mine at Sephora. I originally had the Real Techniques, but I decided to try this one. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and set the areas of concealer with my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm using the Too Faced Contour palette to do so. Now I'm going to jump into contouring my face. I don't want a heavy contour, so I'm going to go a little light, and I'm using the Anastasia Contour Kit, and this brush is from e.l.f. I believe. I am strictly obsessed with e.l.f. and Real Techniques. And I'm blending it out again with the Real Techniques contouring brush. Again, I just wanted a light contour, not something too heavy. And I'm also going to go ahead and set this contour with the Too Faced palette that I'm using right now on my hands. And I'm using the darker shade, I believe. I'm sorry. I'll leave it in the description box below again. So yes, I'm just setting the areas where I applied the contour, and I'm just warming up my face a little bit. So as you will learn, I'm a really big fan of blush and bronzers, which is weird because I don't like contouring my face that much, but I love bronzers, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my face a little bit more. I want my face to look warm and nice. Now I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm taking the shade Nooner and I'm applying it with a smudger brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just applying that below my waterline And I'm also taking the shade Trick and applying it in the inner corners of my eyes with the same pencil brush. Now for highlighting the inner corners of my eyes, I'm going to take the shade Burnout and just apply a little bit in both parts of my eyes. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I love this mascara. I already have long lashes, so I didn't really see the need for falsies here. So I'm just applying that mascara until my eyelashes look like they're ready to pop. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight a little bit of my face with the Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm using Too Faced's new Candlelight highlighter. I'm not sure on the color, but I'll go ahead and link it in the description box below. And I'm using Velvet Teddy to finish the look off. So this is what the finished look looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do so if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And if you want a look or any requests, please leave comments down below and I'll try and put something together for you guys. Again, thanks for watching and God bless. Bye.